everybody. Can you say hi? We have an extra special guest today, friends. Austin is here, and Austin never comes to join me. Look up. Look. Look. Say hi, everybody. Say hi, everyone. Do you love mommy? Do you love me? I love you. Oh, thanks, buddy. Okay. You want to go? Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday to everyone. Let me turn the camera back around the right way. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you're having a good day wherever you may be in the world. It is Sunday afternoon. It is a long weekend here in Canada. It is Thanksgiving. And so I'm just enjoying the day. Hi, Gemma. Hi, Leslie. Oh, happy Monday in Australia. So I've been wanting to do this segment for a while about feeling stuck. I myself have been feeling stuck for a while. I'm happy to report that I feel like I'm on the other side of that. And so I thought we could have a chat and toss some cards and help each other if anyone else is feeling stuck. So whether you're dealing with an obstacle or a challenge, or you feel like you're not inspired, or you feel like you're not making any headway, or you sort of feel like you can't get out of your own way sometimes, or perhaps you're feeling like, you take 2 steps forward and 3 steps backwards, whatever it might be, hopefully this segment, this conversation, and these readings will help to alleviate that, or at least provide you with some focus and some clarity. Oh, it's Sunday in England? Yep. You guys are about 5 hours ahead of us, I believe, right? Sorry, now I have cat hair all over me, which I'm allergic to. So, sorry. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Louise. You've been feeling really stuck and fed up? Yeah. I've been feeling that way myself, as I said, but, I've been able to shift it a little bit, which I'm very happy about. So I have a bunch of notes, okay? And I'll tell you why I wanted to do this particular segment today. So Tuesday is the 10th of October, the 10th day in the 10th month. The number 10 in tarot signifies the completion of a cycle and the opportunity to start a new cycle. And so it's a great time to tap into that energy. Also, with the new moon coming up the end of this week, it's a great time to tap into, finding our inspiration, setting new intentions, new goals, right? Trying to get past that shift. So that's what this is all about. So just quickly, I just want to say a couple of things about being stuck, feeling like we're not making any progress. Hi, Debbie. So you can be feeling stuck in so many different areas of your life, right? Stuckness can feel like I really want something, whether it be a new job, a relationship, improve your health. I want an animal, I want more money, whatever. But then you lose motivation on the way to get that, right? It's about identifying something that looks really exciting or good to you, and then you talk yourself out of that. So as soon as you talk yourself into it, you feel like you talk yourself right out of it again. And that's what happens when that stuck feeling occurs, because you've literally stopped yourself in your tracks. You've got this conflicting thought pattern happening, right? I want this, but I'm afraid of it. I don't know how to get there, and boom, I'm stuck. And now all we're thinking about is the feeling of being stuck, not the thing itself, right? So that then, of course, starts that whole hamster wheel moving, right? Of would it be better? Should I try it? Should I not? What if this? What if that? Indecision, worry, overthinking. And what all that does is take you right out of the present moment. Takes you right out of the present moment and starts to feel so overwhelming that you don't even remember what you were stuck about, what you were even thinking about. All you're feeling now is like you're a complete failure, right? Because you can't shift that energy. Hi, Rose. So just a question and something to keep in mind as you move forward. When you feel this stuck feeling, right? Have you ever considered asking yourself, why do I feel stuck in that moment? Why do I feel stuck? It is a really difficult question to answer. But we can get into some scenarios as to how we can want to navigate that space. So a couple of things just to keep in mind, right? We could have fear of judgment from other people. We can feel disconnected from our personal values and goals. Perhaps we feel like we've outgrown a current situation. Perhaps you fear a change, although bringing something towards you may mean that you have to leave something behind, and that's causing, conflicting thoughts and feelings. Maybe you've lost hope for the future. Maybe it's because you're feeling overwhelmed or burnt out, burning the candle at both ends kind of idea. Could be because your negative and positive checklists are now competing with each other and the lines become blurred. Maybe it's because you're comparing yourself to other people. Well, we started out at the same level and now that person is ahead of me, so I should be there. And because I'm not there, that means I've done something wrong. And rather than inspiring yourself to want to move ahead, you literally freeze. Hi, Anna. It's good to see you, my friend. Happy Sunday. Hi, Gypsy JJ. Good to see you. Maybe you're outside of your comfort zone. Could be so many things, but those are a few things that you can sort of relate to, right? So how we get unstuck, that's the point, right? We're feeling stuck. That's great. I've acknowledged it. I own it. I recognize it. Well, what the heck do I do to get unstuck? Well, first of all, we have to identify what it is that we truly want. That means we need clarity, and that means we need focus, right? We need to really tune in and check in with ourselves and ask ourselves, what do you want? What is going to make you soar to new heights? What's going to bring you joy? What's going to make your heart smile, right? Ways that you can identify what you want if that's an area that you're stuck on. Create a vision board. Sounds crazy, totally works. Write it down in your journal. Make a list of the top 10 things that are important to you and work off of that list. Pick up an old habit, an old hobby that you used to have and try to channel that energy creatively. So for example, maybe you used to crochet. Pick up the crochet needles and some yarn and start to develop a pattern. Make yourself a new dishcloth and hopefully channeling that energy into creating that new beautiful pattern with all of those glorious colors will inspire you to want to move to whatever the opportunity is in front of you, whatever the thing is that you are aspiring to achieve. Therefore, knocking the roadblock to the side and allowing you to pass over it or cross over it. Rose, you're hilarious. I am Rose Blue. I am a stuckaholic and need help. I mean, listen, like I said in the beginning, I've been stuck for some time myself. And so that's why I wanted to do this. It's important to me. So how we unstuck ourselves, which I don't even know if that's proper English, but we'll go with it, is by changing our perspective, right? We've got to change the negative into a positive. We've got to, turn the half empty into a half full. We have to see it for what it could be rather than how we think it really is. Because usually those two things aren't in alignment in my experience. And of course, I should put the banner up, friends. I should put the banner up for entertainment purposes only. I am not a therapist. I am just someone who has anxiety panic disorder and I struggle with this stuff myself. So a couple of things we can ask ourselves to change our perspective. How else can I see this situation? Because there's like three sides to every story, right? How can I feel? How do I think I'm going to feel about this situation? If I do nothing, if I change nothing about it, how am I going to feel about it? Oh, my camera keeps doing that. I don't know what's up with that. Where it like starts to go in slow motion. See, I don't know what's up with that. Sorry. How will I feel about this situation in a week, 3 months, 5 months from now, if I do nothing about it? If I asked my daughter, my granddaughter, my niece, my 6-year-old self, what would my 6 or 8-year-old self tell me right now as to how I can shift this? If I asked my grandmother or my great aunt or my next door neighbor or my 75-year-old self, what would my 75-year-old self offer as a piece of advice or guidance to assist me to unstuck or unstick myself? Get up and move. Push the stool out and go outside. Go into the kitchen, pick up the dishes and do the dishes, have a shower, put some makeup on, do your hair, put on a dressy outfit, like do something to promote positivity, right? To promote happy vibrations, joyful feelings. Dance, sing, pick up the phone and call a friend, spend some time with your animals, right? Use your crystals like rose quartz or amethyst. Do some exercise, go for a walk, take a bath, right? All of those things can help to shift your mood so that you can bring clarity and focus to the situation at hand. Okay, so we're not going to go on and on and on about it. You guys get the point. You get where I'm going with this, right? We have the ability to shift this, although sometimes it seems like it is impossible to see. I mean, you could probably make a trip to the moon easier than you could figure this out. But some of the key ingredients to solving that mystery is to try to shift our perspective, right? To sort of re-energize ourselves in a more positive frame mind so that we can look at the situation for what it is rather than how we're feeling or how we're taking it, right? So with that being said, I have a bunch of cards out here. I'm ready to do some readings. If you have a specific problem, feel free to share whatever you want to share, and we will do some readings and we'll see if we can help each other with spirit's help, of course, to solve whatever the problem is. You do walk. Oh, thanks, Anna. Hi, Thomas. Thank you, Gypsy JJ, for the happy Thanksgiving. Yes, it's Canadian Thanksgiving. Yay. And it is turkey weather, friends. It is about like 6 or 8 degrees outside, so it's cold because last week it was like 100. It's raining, the leaves are falling, it's like damp. You just want to have a hot chocolate and a cozy blanket. So we're in good turkey weather. So let me know in the chat if you guys want to have a reading. I'll toss some cards, see if we can provide you with some answers or some guidance from spirit. And hopefully, using the energy, as I said, the 1010 portal is in 2 days. This is, think about the 10. It is about the end of the cycle and the beginning of a new one. It is a great moment to shift this energy out. So it's a great time to work on it. You also have the new moon coming up at the end of this week, which is also a great time to get rid of something that is holding you back and to set intentions for the future. So I'm here for it. I'm ready for you. And if you guys don't want a reading, then, let's talk about whatever you want to talk about. And while I have you here, I do want to mention that I have a new channel that I've just started. It is called Dozen Cats Chats. I'm going to put a link into the chat box if I can find it. And it is sort of like a podcasty type vibe where we talk about all manner of things. And I hope that you guys will join me. My first episode is tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, where we will be sort of talking about standing in your truth. Is it worth it? Meaning, have you ever tried to stand in your truth, and have you been criticized for it? Have you been blamed or judged or lost friends because you said something to them that they didn't want to hear? All right. Oh, thanks, Thomas. Appreciate you, my friend. So Rose says, I'm trying to meditate every day. I have done 2 things on my list. I felt better, but 25 more to go. See, now I just want to say, Rose, I love the fact that you wrote the list. I think that that's a step in the right direction, but don't focus on what you haven't done. Focus on what you have done. You're checking things off the list. You're making progress, right? You're moving forward. As soon as you go to that place of oh my God, look at all I have to still do, you're already setting yourself up for failure. You're sabotaging your achievement. So maybe just one at a time. So when you complete one, put another one up. You know what I mean? Keep the list in your phone or something, or in a book where the cover is closed, where you're not looking at it and feeling overwhelmed by this sheer amount of things that you have to still do, if that makes sense. Gypsy JJ wants a reading. Absolutely, I can do that. So, yeah, so I'm looking forward to that conversation tonight. And we're going to talk about all manner of things. If you guys have suggestions, ideas for it, I'm here for it. But that's on the other channel, which is Dozen Chat. I can't even say it. Dozen Cats Chats. So, I mean, that's why I came to YouTube, was to share my story, share my voice. And so I'm excited about the opportunity to be able to do that on that channel. Hi, Lalima. How are you, love? Good to see you. And Debbie wants a reading. Okay, so we're going to start with Gypsy JJ first. And I'm just going to sort of go where Spirit leads me. Thank you, Gypsy JJ. Wow, okay. We're doing a show today, Lalima, on feeling stuck. So, yeah, I can do a reading on your career if you're feeling stuck in that direction. Absolutely. I'll start you in 1 second, love. And I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. Whoa, mercy. Cards are flying all over here, Gypsy JJ. Awesome. Okay, here we go, my friend. So I started with the Power to Surrender deck. I'm going to take your comment off so you guys can see me. I started off with the Power to Surrender deck, and 4 cards came out. So that's where we're going. So we start out with Surrender Resentments. Okay. Holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. So letting go what no longer serves you, right? Surrender stress. No doubt the stress caused from these situations that you're having trouble forgiving. I'm just going to make a leap there. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension that you have built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. Surrender your need to always be right. Give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. And I feel like what this card is suggesting to you is to be open, right? To not receive the information coming at you as a criticism or a judgment, which can be difficult based on, the person's tone or the words that they use or the context in which they say it. And I'm not suggesting that you are like, oh yes, walk all over top of me. I don't mean it like that. I just mean take the information in and really allow yourself to think about it before you react to it, right? And lastly, surrender to your full power. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. And I think that sums it up perfectly, right? If you are allowing situation, people, issues, whatever the case may be, to continue to weigh you down because you haven't let it go, you are giving your energy to that rather than your energy to you moving forward. We have the 9 of Pentacles coming out in the past, which is this feeling of enjoying the fruits of your labor. You were at a point where you were totally content and feeling the blessings of all of your life experiences and life's worth of work, and then something has shifted and you no longer appreciate or are having the opportunity to have that feeling of contentment. Now you've got the 7 of Wands showing up. You're feeling totally challenged, like it's coming at you from all angles. It's asking you to take a moment to step back, to recharge your battery, to regroup and hit the restart button. Your outcome card is the 6 of Swords. So moving from choppy waters to a smoother shore, right? You are moving towards that feeling of contentment and empowerment again, right? On the bottom of the deck, so where you are currently, where you are right now, is the 4 of Swords, which exactly leads us back to the beginning cards, and that is meditation, contemplation, and recuperation. You've got to put yourself into a quiet sort of space, right? A quiet mindset, meditation, guided visualization, something like that. Take yourself out into nature, right? Just allow yourself to just be in that space with yourself. Check in and, do some box breathing, listening to some binaural beats, that kind of thing, right? Allow yourself a time to sort of get your energy back up again before you come out swinging. And I think that time is going to provide you with clarity and focus. But don't push yourself so hard. I think that's another thing when it comes to being stuck that we have a tendency to do, and that is that we expect ourselves to have all the answers by, tonight at 6 kind of thing. It doesn't work like that. And we know that. We know that it doesn't work like that. The answers will come when the answers are ready to come. But we're not going to hear the answers. We're not going to see the answers. We're not going to feel the lessons or the messages if we're not in the right mindset to receive them. We will miss them because we're too busy focusing on I'm stuck. So I hope that helps. Okay, bye, Anna. Thank you for popping in. It was good to see you, my friend. Okay, Debbie would like a reading. And then Lalima wants a reading on her career. We got that. Okay. So Miss Debbie, what does Miss Debbie need to know? What am I feeling here? So most of you know that I have anxiety panic disorder, and I was diagnosed in like 2012 / 2013, and it wasn't until like last year that I felt like I had any kind of breakthrough, if I was being honest. And to say that I understand the feeling of being stuck is an understatement. I've been stuck literally for like 11 years, so I get it. I get it. The whole reason I started this channel is because I didn't want anyone to experience what I have experienced, right? And this is my way of helping with that, if I can, in any way. Thank you, Spirit. Holy. All right, let's see what Debbie needs to know. So that's Charlotte screaming her head off. I'm not sure why she's screaming her head off. But there you have it. You know how on the weekend you don't keep the same schedule that you normally keep on the weekends? And it's funny how the animals get so thrown off by it, eh? They're all at a sort of, what is going on with the cards? Good gracious. The cards just kind of flew out everywhere, so we're going to start again. Oh, I see. Okay. I got you, Gypsy JJ. Blessings to you, my friends. All right. Here we go for Miss Debbie. Okay. Gotcha. Lovely. Oh, I love this for you. All right. I just want to pull another card here. Absolutely. It shows up in several different ways, Rose. There are many different forms of anxiety. Like, for example, you could have social anxiety. And so, you only feel anxious, which, by the way, is completely different than just being stressed. It's a whole other level. When you go out into crowds of people, or when people get too close to your space, like they get too close to you. So you can be in like a shopping mall as long as you're 100 feet away from the crowd. But if you were like at a music concert and you were packed in like sardines, that might cause you to feel anxious. And anxiousness comes in all forms. You could feel nauseous, you could have sweats, Your mind could be racing. Your heart could be beating fast. You could feel cold. You could feel little like electric zaps, almost like someone's pinching you, or like, that feeling of like when you hit your funny bone or whatever, and you get those little buzzy kind of pin pricky feelings. We call them pins and needles. You can get those in your fingers or in your toes. Sometimes your head will tingle, your body will tense up. You feel like you've run a marathon. Your joints will ache and be really stiff and sore. It comes out in all different shapes and sizes and forms. Sometimes your speech will be slurred. Sometimes you can't focus. You can't concentrate on things. There's so many forms that it comes in. All right, Miss Debbie, this is what I got for you. All right, Debbie. Okay, so the first card that I've got out here is conflict. So I feel like that's kind of like your energy vibe. Like you're just, I don't mean like you're in conflict. I feel like your standards for yourself are like up here somewhere, right? Like they're way, way, way up here. And you are trying with everything in you to achieve these like really, really high bars that you set for yourself. So you constantly feel like you're not doing enough. You're not doing it right. You're just like one step behind everybody else. And I don't feel, your cards don't say that. I feel like you feel that, but I don't know that that's really how it is. I think that's, I mean, based on the cards that I have, it feels like you have set this impossible standard for yourself, and you're like trying to outdo yourself. It's like you're competing with your list, if you will. So we start out with the Justice card, right? The Justice card is about truth. It's about karma. It's about being impartial and being objective. It's about trying to maintain that perfect balance, which is what I'm talking about. It's that energy where you set that bar up there and say, like, that is it. That's my goal. That's my personal mantra. That's how I do things. But can you keep up that pace? Can you achieve that all the time? We've got the Three of Wands coming out next. So, this is your goals. This is your vision. Like, you have plans for the future. You have things that you want to do. You have things that you want to achieve. You take great pride in your success and great pride in your achievements, in your steps forward. But your patience from one step to the other to get to the thing, whatever that thing is a bit of an issue for you. You have a problem with just being patient and letting it sort of happen naturally, right? And I totally relate to that. My initial response to any problem, to any challenge, is to try harder. I immediately assume I must have done something wrong. I must not have put in enough effort. I must not have it, like it's all negative, right? It's and it's all directed at me. I wasn't good enough. I didn't try hard enough. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. And so I will throw myself at it again and again and again and again and bang my head into that brick wall constantly, trying to outdo myself. I don't take a step back and reflect and go, okay, so what have I learned from this? What could I change? How can I make this better? I have no perspective when it comes to that. I just throw myself at it and hope for the best. At some point, we need to, like, take a step back and like try to figure it out. We have, and here is your answer on how to figure it out. We have the Queen of Swords energy coming out, and this is perfect. The Queen of Swords is brilliant. She's enthusiastic. She's humorous. She's experienced. She is all about being analytical and logical and very strategic. She takes her time. She's patient. She writes a list. She checks them off one by one by one. Like she's very, very, very focused, right? She's got her eye on the prize. She doesn't lose sight. But it's one step at a time. And she looks at it from all the different angles before she does something, right? On the bottom of the deck, you've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is beautiful, right? The Ace of Pentacles is the portal. It's the opportunity. It's the possibility. It's the thing, right ahead of you, the goal, the achievement, whatever it is. Usually it is about, like a windfall of some form or another, but scraping that down, it is an opportunity. So there is whatever it is that you want is right in front of you. Whoops, I pulled another oracle card for you. And I've got First Light, beginning a new cycle. So my suggestion for you, Debbie, is to really try to channel this Queen of Swords energy and allow yourself the opportunity to, whatever the situation is that you're trying to do or achieve or whatever you feel stuck on, whatever it might be. Think about it. Where do I want to be? How do I want to get there? Don't put any kind of timelines like, I want to lose 20 pounds in 2 months. Don't do that. I want to lose 20 pounds. Then I'm going to exercise more. I'm going to eat more vegetables. Those are things that are workable and you can work with and not beat yourself up because you didn't set the bar so high that you said, I have to do this in 2 months. Immediately telling yourself, guess what? You're going to fail. Right? Where you're judging your own self because you're not doing what you thought you could do. So take a step back, be very patient with yourself, understand that this is hard work. It takes effort and you got to navigate. The best way to navigate is from a place of clarity and focus, right? So you're focused on the goal, but you want to gain that perspective. So you're going to take it one step at a time. Don't lose sight of the goal, but also don't put so many things in front of you in terms of like setting that bar so high. I hope that makes sense. Okay. When you set intentions, it's really important to keep your intentions as positive as possible and not to put timelines in. Because the minute that you put a timeline in, you are setting yourself with an expectation. And in some people's cases, that is immediate failure. Because you start to worry about, am I going to be able to get this done by this time, by this date, by this situation? You know what I mean? That's what you're focused on, not the thing. It's not even about the thing anymore. Now it's about, I got to do this in 2 months. So try not to do that to yourself. Be patient, be strategic, be logical, and work through that. Right? Hi, Ellen. Yeah, she popped in for a minute and then she had to go again. Hi, Ben. Oh, my friend Ben. How are you? Oh, I'm doing great, Ben. Thank you so much for asking. You do have a built-in time lease will be up. And listen, like that's a real thing, right? Your lease is coming up. So you have that timeline. That is a real thing. But the Queen of Swords energy, when it comes to that, would be like, okay, how am I going to make this work for me? Well, the thing not to do is to, in big red letters, November the 1st, I have to be out. And as you go through the days of the week, as the month goes by, you're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Because all you're focused on is I have to leave by November 1st. When you could be putting all your energy into finding a new place by November 1st. Do you understand what I mean? So one step at a time. April 2024. Yeah. I hope you're doing well too, Ben. All right. So now we go to Miss Lalima. And Miss Lalina says, yes, feeling stuck in my career, left the job for an exam to go to Dubai. Now I'm considering other countries, jobs, courses, and even staying back to country, trying to understand what's the best thing for me. Sorry, the cats are all over here trying to talk to me. What's going on? Do you want to say hi again? You never say hi. What's up? You want to come say hi? Come say hi. Come on. Come on. No? No? Maybe? Yes? Aw, come on, bud. Yeah. This is my big boy, Austin. He wants to say hi. I'm just going to take your comment off of here for a second, Lalima. Look up. Look up. Look up here. Look up here. No, he doesn't want to do it. Come here. Oh, my God. Because he's a big boy. Hey, say hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Aw. Yeah. You're purring your face off, aren't you? Yeah. Love you. This is my big boy. This is Austin. Austin is almost 10 years old. Oh, okay, honey. Okay. There you go. Okay. Okay. And he's like a small turkey. He weighs like 18 pounds. And Charlotte's back there. She's about to jump up. If you look back where the fan is, there she goes. And Quincy's sleeping on the bed behind me. Okay. So now we're back to Lulima's question. So sorry. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna go here. Love it. Right? Yeah, it's usually just Quincy that's hanging out with me back here. Quincy likes to keep to himself. It is a very rare appearance. Austin doesn't like to You know what it is? It's because of the chair that I have. If I had my old chair, he'd be sitting on the back of it all the time, but he's too big to balance on this chair, to be perfectly honest. All right, Lima. If you go back to the beginning of the show, you'll see him sitting on the desk with me. Beautiful. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Yes. Okay. Lima, this is what I've got for you, love. I'm going to take your comment down so that I can show you what I need to show you here. So we've got love. What a beautiful picture this is. Message on this card says, love is the foundation of your existence. And you're just as worthy of receiving as you are of giving love and compassion. While love can be a beautiful emotion, it is equally a form of energy that propels you through life. The second card that fell out for you is take a moment. This card says, stop. Now is not the time to rush into the decision you're about to make. Before this important decision is made, take a moment to pause and quiet your mind so that you can ask your soul for guidance before you act or move forward. We've got the World card coming out. So this is interesting that the World card is coming out first. The World card is about completion, right? It's the last major arcana in the journey of the tarot. When you get there, it's because you've accomplished something, you've completed something, and now you're ready to start something new. Now, you could be bringing that energy forward, like you feel like you need to shift careers, you need to switch places of employment, right? Because that you've done everything that you could do there, meaning that maybe you feel like you can't go any higher, right? But you feel good about it. You feel accomplished about it, like it's not a negative or a bad energy. You feel that your time there was successful. The next card that we have is the Page of Earth. Okay. The Page of Earth is about using all of the resources that you have at your disposal. It's about leveling up. So maybe you're taking a course. Maybe you are, doing some sort of like research or fact finding, I want to say. You're very open, you're very positive about it. Like you've got a good grasp on what this new career could do for you, but not really entirely sure how that relates to you, if that makes sense. So what I mean is you're in a really good vibe, you're in a really good spot, and you're kind of like, well, that sounds good. And then you read something else and you're like, oh, but that sounds good. And then like before you know it, you've like totally overwhelmed yourself because now you have too many options available to you. It almost feels like that kind of energy to me. Now we have the Ace of Fire, the Ace of Wands coming out as your outcome card, which is lovely. Because the Ace of Wands is about an amazing opportunity. It is about you being bold and courageous and being very optimistic. It's about taking action. It's about like what speaks to you, right? Sometimes it's about your creativity as well, in terms of what speaks to you. And what I want to say to you in terms of the question that you've asked about this career choice, we all know that, we need money. Money makes the world go round. We need money for our bills and all of that kind of stuff. But money doesn't bring you happiness in some cases. I mean, it's nice to have, of course, but you guys get the point, right? So Lilima, in your case, I think that what you're asking yourself is this it? Is this opportunity, is it too good to pass up because it's calling to me? Because I feel like, oh my God, I could do such a good job. This would be so amazing. Or is it speaking to you for something that you don't hold high in your list of things that are important to you? You know what I mean? Like you're going to get your own corner office, for example, and you're like, yeah, that does nothing for me. At the end of the day, I don't really care about that, right? I can't answer that question for you. Only you can answer that question. What speaks to your heart, right? What are you passionate about? Now, I have 2 cards left. The next card is the card that's on the bottom of the deck. That's kind of where you are right now, okay? We've got the High Priestess coming out. High Priestess is about your intuition. It's about patience. Patience. It's asking you to meditate. So think about it. Bring clarity and focus on the question that you have, right? When you meditate, you're going inwards, you're checking inside with yourself. What do I want? How can I make it happen? Again, both of those cards are saying now is not the time to take action. The High Priestess is about listening to your intuition and about patience. This card is telling you to take a moment. Remember that. Below this card is the Sun card. It is the yes card in the tarot. It's joy, it's blessings. It's like people say it's one of the best cards. So the reason why I'm pointing that out to you is that card connects with the love. That card connects with joy, all of your heart's desires. You have the Ace of Wands, all of your heart's desires, that beautiful, vibrant energy. You have the World, which is joy and blessings, right? New opportunities and this wonderful freedom to do whatever you want to do, right? This moment of being proud of yourself. And I think what I'm going to say to you is this. Take this time right now to be in the vibration of, oh my God, look at the opportunity that I have before me. Not what you're going to do, not when you're going to go or how you're going to get there or what it would mean if you did it or any of that stuff. I don't want you to talk about any of that stuff. I want you to only focus on the achievement of being offered this situation. That the possibility that this could happen to you is co-signing all of your efforts to this point. And I want you to just bathe yourself in your accomplishments, because that is going to make your heart beat. You know, that's going to speak to you. That is what's going to make you be positive and lift your vibration and feel that sense of accomplishment and achievement. That is going to help you then bring in some more clarity, right? That's also going to provide you with that time to feel out how I actually feel. What is important to me? What do I want to do? So that's my advice. Take some time. Think about what you want. Think about all that you've achieved and just the fact that this opportunity is now in front of you, and allow yourself to really meditate and just bring in that clarity for yourself. Really? What are you doing? I have a glass of water over here on the side that you guys can't see, and Quincy is literally dipping his foot, his paw, into my water. So thank you for that, Quincy. You're the best. What a cat. All right. So I hope that helps, Lalima. Best of luck moving forward. So, okay. So I seen Kanat came in. And yes, of course, Kanat, you can have a reading. Just pop it in the chat. I'm sorry I didn't see that before. And Gemma, I got you. I'm going to stick you on the screen there. Well, we bought a water fountain, you know, one of those electronic water fountains, because he was sticking his paws into the water and making the water dirty for the other cats. And it was like, you could never keep it clean. You couldn't stay on top of it. And even though we have a water fountain, there you go. He would prefer to stick his paw in my water. But what he does is that's how he drinks. It's the funniest thing ever. Anyway, moving on. So, Miss Gemma would like a reading. Let's get to it. Miss Gemma, what am I feeling for Miss Gemma? Half a dozen of one, 6 of the other, Ellen. So if you're feeling stuck on a particular topic, I mean, that's what we were talking about, but I'm open to anything. I got a few more minutes here. Yeah, Quincy's not, I mean, none of my cats are really that in love with that idea, but well, Look at how cute you look, Quincy. You're adorable. You're adorbs. Hey, are you adorables? You adorables? All right, Miss Gemma. He's a loud drinker, though. Himself and Charlotte are both really loud when it comes to like eating and drinking. Like you can hear Austin, but these guys you can hear, they're loud, or louder than Austin is. Hey, what are you doing, bud? Hey, what are you doing? Hi, what are you doing? Oh, baby, I love you. Got a little headbutt from Quincy. You want to come sit? Want to come sit? Come up here. Sure, I can try that, Ellen. No problem, hon. All right. Here we go. All right. So, Gemma, what is going on, darling? What is going on? I love that, Gypsy JJ. I love that you said that. That's great. Okay. I feel like I need another card. Bear with me, Gemma. I'm not trying to be, like dramatic with the dramatic pause or anything. I just, I feel like I need a clarification card here. So I'm breaking out another deck. Can you show me why the Seven of Swords is here? Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords here? Show me the Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords showing up for Gemma? Okay. All right. This is what I've got for you, Gemma. So, first card that I pulled is Surrender to Passion. Okay. Card reads, get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. So in other words, people that inspire you, people that motivate you, people that believe in you, people that encourage you, right? So if you have, and I'm totally vibing this, so that's why I said, like, what is going on? If you have people in your life right now that are telling you that you can't do what you want to do, or that you shouldn't do what you want to do, or just making you feel like they don't support you or believe in you, or that kind of vibe, that's what I'm picking up. Feels like that you feel like it's you against the world. So not only are you, so what I'm getting is, it's not like you're stuck on a thing. You're stuck because you can't do what you feel like you want to do, because you're trying to please other people, or you're listening to other people, or you're allowing other people to influence your decision. That's, in a general, that's what I'm picking up. Okay, we move to the tarot. We've got the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups. This is walking away from something that no longer serves you, but in a way that I have done everything that I can. I cannot do this anymore. I'm moving on, because I need to find what's best for me, right? You're seeking more from your life than what is being offered to you in that moment. And that energy is coming in from the past, implying that you have already made this choice. And if you haven't already made that choice, you will be making that choice in the very near future. Next to that card, we've got the Seven of Swords. This is deceit. This is betrayal. This is sneakiness. This is feelings of being paranoid and having to look over your shoulder. Whether that's real or just the feeling that you have, I don't like that feeling for anybody. So I'm sorry that you're experiencing that. That card showed up, and that's why I said I feel like I needed another card. I wanted to be sure that this was about another person as opposed to you doing that to yourself, because we can do that to ourselves. We can put so much fear in front of us about a thing or a person or a situation where we start to feel like paranoid and we start to like close up. So that's why I asked for another card. I got the King of Pentacles. So whether this is an actual person who would be an earth sign, or this energy represents, the person in the family that is the breadwinner, the person in the family that cares for all of the other people. So what I'm trying to say is this implies that you have a lot of people relying on you, a lot of people telling you what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and sort of influencing you. Okay. The last card that we have, so your outcome card, is the Magician. So the Magician is using all the resources that you have at your disposal, meaning there's lots of ways to achieve the same desired outcome, right? It also means that magic is alive in your life, meaning, you can pull a rabbit out of your hat if you have to. You know how to do it. It means that you have everything that you need to manifest a life that you want. If you believe in yourself, you can do that. On the bottom of the deck, you've got the Empress. This is you, my darling. This is you. Right? This is opportunities and possibilities. You are ready to take action. You've got your loving superhero outfit on, and you are ready to take it on from a very awesome, loving, nurturing, all-embracing, positive attitude. This card literally says, give birth to your dreams. That's what this card says. Now, I pulled one more oracle card for you, and the last card that I've got is believe. Believe is my mother's favorite word. I actually have believe on my shirt right now. This card says, the force that works through your soul, determining what's possible or impossible. The difference between success over failure. And above all, who you are is the power of your belief. So this card is asking you to believe in yourself, believe that you have the power to be your own empress, right? About taking action. You are in charge of your own destiny, right? There's nothing stopping you from soaring to wherever you want to go to if you channel this kind of vibe. Remember that you have the magic to create the life that you want, to manifest your highest and best life for your highest and best good. That's what I got for you. That's awesome. I didn't read any of your comments because I was too busy. I was right in that. You're dating someone amazing, but I get so anxious they will leave me. Yes, I care for everyone around me, family wise. Yes, definitely. I'm waiting for a hysterectomy to be sorted out. My life has stopped since I've been ill and can't do what I want. Okay. You quit. Okay. That we're good. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So that makes, now I get it. So that line right here, this one here, this line right here, my life has stopped since I've been ill and can't do what I want. We need to shift that thought pattern. We need to shift that thinking. We need to find the silver lining. We need to find the positive in it. And I think that the way to do that is to believe that everything is going to work out as it should. There was a reason why why this is happening, right? We're going to channel that magician and we're going to manifest the life that we want because we are ready to stand in this Empress power and look forward to the possibilities in front of us. Because now is the time to prepare for when this hysterectomy happens, what we can do, rather than thinking about all the things we can't do. Well, you have all this time. Let's plan, let's think, let's imagine, let's manifest this magical thing that's yet to happen to you. Right? And I know, I've been there. I know it sounds like a bunch of hogwash. I want to share something that I find so simple, but so powerful and so profound. Anxiety is based on fear. Fear of the unknown. And sometimes it can cripple you. It literally feels like your life has been hijacked away from you, that you have zero power and zero control because you give into the fear. But when you embrace the power that you have to shift that perspective, and you come from a place of a different understanding, a more positive approach, it opens up all kinds of doors and opportunities that you never even thought of. I was held hostage for a long time. And I kept going by telling myself that one day everything was going to be okay. If I was being honest, I didn't really believe that, but that's what I kept telling myself. I didn't believe it at all. I got to the point where I was just okay posting because I wasn't hurting as bad as I was, which was great. But my hope for the future was completely destroyed. And I settled for this is as good as it's going to get. And I suppose that's okay. So I stopped trying. Because the constant fighting it became too much for me. Because that's what I was doing. I was fighting the fear constantly. I didn't realize or recognize that I had the power to control that fear, to put that fear where it needed to go. I didn't know that I had the power or the strength or the wisdom to be able to turn negative into positive. I just sat there feeling sorry for myself. Why is this happening to me? My life sucks. My life is over. I'm finished. I'm never going to be any better than I am. Yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. I didn't look forward to anything. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't have any friends. I didn't leave my house. I isolated in my house for the last 4 years, not because of the pandemic. I don't leave my home because I'm scared to death to walk out the front door. I'm scared to be criticized. I'm scared to be ridiculed. I'm scared to be judged. I'm scared because I don't feel the same way everyone else does. I don't look the same way. I can't think straight. I blah, 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 whatever I'm feeling that particular day. And I have worked damn hard on myself, as we all do in our own way. And I went out onto the front porch last year at some point, and I was just sitting there, looking up at the twinkly skies, and I wasn't really thinking anything. And all of a sudden, it just hit me, boom, like a brick smacked me upside the head. And I was like, oh my God, I did this to myself. I, through no fault of my own, created this place of safety for myself. I thought I was doing what was best for me. I thought I was doing what was good for me. And in the moment, it served me. But it doesn't serve me anymore. But it still held me hostage to move forward. And when I realized that I did this to myself and I have the ability to change this, friends, all of a sudden I am smiling, and all of a sudden my heart is beating again. I want things. I'm looking forward to things. I see things happening for me. There's no limitations. There's no restrictions. I am not 58 and finished. I'm 58 and getting ready to get going. It's like I've started all over again. And I am thrilled. I have reason to look forward. I wake up looking forward to the day. I have way more good days than I ever do bad days. The point is to not concentrate on the bad, to not focus on the negative. I want you, Gemma, to look up, write this down, CBT, okay? Capital letters. I'm trying to type. My thing isn't working. CBT, okay? I'm putting it in the chat. It stands for Cognitive Behavioral Therapy. I want you to look it up on the internet, read up, do some research on it, and see if that won't help you. It is about changing the way that you think from a negative to a more positive, right? It helped me so much. All right. We have one more question to do. Yes, Thomas, absolutely. Prayers listen, there are so many things going on in this world and so many horrific things happening. We need to be sending out collective prayers every day to everyone, right? There you go, my friend. Look at that. I love that. I love that. I love that I'm vibing what you're feeling. Yeah. I believe that it will help you an awful lot. And the great thing is that you can do some of it online. Like, you don't have to go into a classroom to do it. If that makes you feel some sort of way, you can get a lot of the work off of the internet. And when you do that work, it's really helping you to shift your thinking from negative to positive. Like I said, be consistent, be consecutive. Like, don't take a day off from it. You know what I mean? And it literally will change the way that you feel, and the way that it will change the way that you think, therefore changing the way that you feel. All right. Ellen says, I am manifesting a new home in a different place. Can you do a reading on whether or when the I can't even speak, the manifestation will happen? I can sure try, my friend. I can sure try. You're very welcome, gentlemen. Yeah. Alrighty. I'm going to use my pendulum. Now remember that I use my pendulum on the table, so you're not going to see it unless I switch the camera down, which I can do if you want. You let me know, Ellen, if you want me to put the camera down so you can see it. Take a sip. I think that I feel like this isn't going to happen till like winter or spring for you. If I mean, just looking at my cards, it's asking you to be more patient. But I'm going to use my pendulum here, okay? Do I have permission to dose, please, Spirit? Thank you. Am I aligned to my higher self, please, Spirit? Thank you. Am I fully protected, please, Spirit? Thank you. When will this manifestation occur for Ellen? Will it happen before the end of 2023? Will this manifestation happen for Ellen before the end of 2023? No. Thank you, Spirit. Will this manifestation happen for Ellen by March of 2024? Will this manifestation happen? Yes. Yeah. So just as you approach the winter spring sort of timeline, that's when that's happening. So that's what the pendulum said. We start out with the Queen of Swords energy. Now that's coming in from the past, and I sort of feel like that's who you are. Like you're the Queen of Swords, right? Like you're logical, you're like, you know, you got your stuff going on, you know exactly what you're doing, you're very focused, you're very driven, you know, you're an expert in your field, but somehow you got like all kinds of like sidetracked off of that, if that makes sense. You've got the Seven of Pentacles, and it could be this whole situation has sort of thrown you off a little bit. It wasn't part of the plan, perhaps. And so we've got the Seven of Pentacles coming in where you are assessing the situation for what it is. But I feel like the longer you sit with it, the more impatient you're getting when patience is the thing that you require in this moment, right? Giving yourself the space and the time to, how do I feel? What do I want to do? Am I good with this? Am I not okay with this? Whatever. Like, but I feel like you're being impatient with yourself rather than patient with yourself. So in the challenge position, you've got the Strength card coming up, asking you to tap into your inner power, to your inner courage, your inner perseverance, right? Reminding yourself that you are up for this challenge, that you are strong enough, that you're capable, that you are able, right? That you don't buckle under pressure, like that kind of vibe, that like no matter what comes your way, you will handle it. You'll figure it out. You know, realizing basically that you're stronger than you give yourself credit for, right? So in this moment, that is your challenge, but it's like a constant reminder to yourself. So affirmational type thing, you know, bathroom mirror every day you walk by and go, that's right. I am woman, hear me roar kind of vibe. We've got the Two of Cups showing up as your final outcome card. This is choices, decisions, partnerships. Now, I do want to say, based on the next card that I have, this could be like there might be like a relationship issue that you're having. Maybe someone doesn't want you to do this, or someone that I don't know, best friend, spouse, brother, sister, somebody in your life might not want you to do this. You may be aware of this, or you may not be aware of this. And that might cause you a problem, just, because it will hurt. But normally it's about the blending of energy, right? And I think in this case, what it is, it's the blending of the energies, trying to make this situation work for you. Quincy, now is not the time to sit on Ellen's cards, darling. On the bottom of the deck, we have the transformation card. So this is the Tower card, okay? This is how we're feeling right now. The Tower card, a lot of people think is really negative, right? Because it implies some kind of change is about to happen. It is a life experience or a life change that happens that requires us to react to it. And it's powerful, but it also gives us or provides us this sense of, freedom and sort of liberation, if you will. Because that thing, that cloud that's been hanging over our head is not hanging over our head anymore. We have resolved it. And what I feel like is happening is we are focused on like the wrong part of this thing. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I realize with these things, like, you need to be prepared. You need to be, have all your I's dotted and your T's crossed and all of that kind of stuff. Like, I get that. But I almost feel like you're being only focused on one part of it, but it's not the whole part of it. Like, there's other parts that you could be thinking about that might make it easier for you, that might make it better, that might not seem so stressful. Does that make sense? Because that's what I'm getting. I just want to read your question again. Oh, Quincy, please. Yeah. So I need this to happen. I want this to happen. I want to move. But I'm just going to sit there and wait for this manifestation to come to reality. And I'm not saying exactly that that's what you're saying. I'm, using my own words. There's lots of ways to manifest something, right? Lots of ways to manifest something. Maybe once a month you go on a road trip. Maybe once a month you sit in front of the computer and, you look at different places. Maybe you once every 3 months go to an Airbnb in a different location and check it out. See, look up the places that you're interested in and see what hobbies and parks and, do they have any universities or, where you could take a course, or do they have museums that you would be interested, like those kinds of things. Like look at the move from a positive standpoint, but also helpful because you're gathering research, right? Do you know what I mean? Rather than just sitting there going, oh my God, I want to move. Is this going to happen? If that makes sense. Oh, Quincy, stop. Yeah. See, and you're right, Ellen. I mean, if that's how it resonates with you, then that's great. I just have to tell you what I feel, and what I feel is that the Tower is asking you to shift, like to liberate yourself from the I need this, I want this, I need this, I want this. When is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? I need this to happen now. You know what I mean? Like all of that kind of stuff. I feel like you need to just be like, this is going to happen when it's going to happen. And when it does, I'm ready for it. And I'm not going to sweat it, meaning I am not going to let it consume my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions, my every conversation. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be thinking about this 24/7, because until the time that I move, I still have a life, right? I sort of feel like that. Now, I could be totally wrong, but I have to be honest and tell you what I feel. That's what I'm vibing for you. Either way, it is an opportunity to apply lessons and move forward. Like, that's what the tower is all about, right? Oh, you have figured out the new town. How exciting. I love it. Okay, now I just want to pull one more card for you that I didn't get to pull. And now that Quincy is literally sitting on all of your cards, I mean, who could believe I have such a big desk and I'm working on a 2-inch by 2-inch space? Because of a cat. The things we do for our animals. Whoop. Did you see that, Ellen? That flew. Oh. Perfect card for you, Ellen. Absolutely perfect card. So glad I felt the need to pull another card for you. Look at this. You have this beautiful card. You are ready for more. I believe that is a chrysanthemum, which is a mum. Your career is growing and blossoming. Now is the time to make changes that you have been contemplating. So that to me is like co-signing what I just said. Now we got to think about this is happening and I'm ready for it. Instead of like, oh my God, am I going to be ready for this? Oh my God, oh my God. Because I think that feeling of the, if, and I'm not saying you are doing the, oh my God, I'm saying if you're doing the, oh my God kind of vibe, you're kind of sabotaging the excitement of the situation, right? I mean, the fact that you have arrived at this position in your life, that you could have this amazing opportunity in front of you, should not be like swept under the rug. This should be celebrated. If it never happens, oh my God, look at what you've done. Look at what you've accomplished. This is amazing. Do you know what I mean? That's the kind of vibe that I'm getting from this. Well, check this out, Ellen. Sorry, Quincy, that I have to move you because you're sitting on Ellen's cards. Look. No. Quincy, stop. Come on, baby. I love you, but you're impeding on the situation here. You have these two beautiful gardening cards. Right? You said it. The Queen of Swords is sitting in a garden. Even the Two of Cups has lovely gardens all around it with the home in the background. The Strength card has the gardens in it. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I am so happy for you, Ellen. And I am so proud of the fact that you are like, look at me. Look at what I've done. Right? So happy and so excited for you. I wish you nothing but the best, my friend. I'm looking forward to the postcards that are going to be coming from Ellen when she moves to her new place and starts blossoming and blooming all these gorgeous flowers. That's what I'm looking forward to. All right, friends. If nobody else has a question, I think I'm going to call it. I thank you all for hanging out with me on this impromptu live on a Sunday afternoon. I thank you kindly for joining me, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Please don't forget to do all those YouTube-y things that we need to do, and remember that the daily readings are up, or or will be up during the week. I'm not here tomorrow. It's my holiday, so I'm taking it off. So there's no daily reading tomorrow. But what was the other thing I wanted to mention? I am on at 8 p.m. Eastern on my other channel, Dozen Cats Chats, where we'll be talking about standing in your truth. Is it worth it? How do we do it? What does it mean? Have you done it and been judged for it? We're just going to have a conversation about it. And also, two other things that I want to remind anyone who's trying to manifest, anyone who's trying to set intentions, anyone who's dealing with things that they need to release. Remember that there is the 10/10 portal, which happens October the 10th. Remember that the 10 is the end of a cycle, so it's a great opportunity to manifest new things, bringing those towards you. And the second thing I want to mention is that at the end of the week, we have a new moon. So again, new intentions, new beginnings, new possibilities, right? Because I know there's a lot of negativity and there's a lot of negative energies, but we have lots of possibilities to help bring more positivity and more joy and a better sort of vibrational state towards ourselves in the coming days. So don't lose hope, please. All right. And with that being said, I love you guys lots. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for all of your support. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope that you have a fantastic weekend. And until we see each other again, I wish you many, many blessings. Mwah! Bye, everybody. Have a great afternoon.